Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Drew and this is JustAGuyLinux, and today I'm going to be talking about moving my projects from Codeberg to a more self-hosted solution. So, as you know, or maybe you don't, about 8 months ago I did this video of why I left GitHub for Codeberg. Now, if you want to, you can go back and look at the video of why I left GitHub. It was a philosophical issue, okay? I do not have the same issues with Codeberg. And in fact, I am still a proponent and still a paid member of Codeberg as a project. I just want to make that very clear. Now, the timing is way strange because over the last couple of weeks, Matt and I have been talking about how Codeberg has been, their status has been offline at times. It has been incredibly slow. So even just pushing a normal commit to your Codeberg projects has been sluggish at best. And so I even put this in a document, I want to say a document, a post that I wrote. So, by the way, if you are interested, lab.justaguylinux.com is my discourse server. I have an announcement here about moving away from Codeberg and some of the reasoning behind that. Clearly, I did mention that it had nothing to do with the vote. Well, what's the vote? 2 weeks ago, there was a vote. The membership voted, and I did not. I just want to make that very clear. The results of that vote are posted in this blog post that I will link in the description below in case you wanted to look at it. One of the results is this change in the terms of service. You must not share projects that mostly consist of code written by generative AI tools, including services such as Claude and OpenAI Codex, and so on. Now, it makes sense if you read the blog post about we all pay for hungry LLMs and the strained servers due to nonsensical crawling. Because of the amount of code out there, new code, by way of these LLMs, it stands to reason that servers are going to be less responsive, especially in a project like Codeberg that has limited resources to actually, and a completely volunteer initiative, that these servers would not be able to scale at the, in a costly fashion. I guess maybe that's the best way to frame that. Now, this is not Codeberg's fault. I wanted to make sure that I was eliminating a point of failure, because if you're going to have an ISO out there that uses your Git repos, then you want for it to be as reliable as possible. And that is why I decided I was going to create my own forge called Butterforge at justaguy.dev. Now, the first question is, does it work? So if you go over here and you say git clone justaguy.dev/butterscripts and you run it, it should go and get what you need straight away, okay? The thing that if you are a butterrepo user, okay, and you use any of the packages that were on butterrepo, it will still work. Like, for example, if you were going to update your Helium browser, yes, it still works. And it's going to actually pull from, it's going to pull from Codeberg, which is still the mirror of what is going on at my Butterforge, okay, or justaguy.dev. So both will work. If you want to, clearly you can go to, actually I should go to Butterrepo, and if you want, you can add the repository here, or if you are migrating from, there's a little section on how you do that as well. If you are a Cosmic Trixie user, so you're using the packages in this repo for your Debian stable, there is a way to migrate, as well as I mean, again, you don't have to migrate because it is being mirrored to Codeberg. So either way, you're still going to get the packages that you desire. Now, I have attempted to bulletproof everything. There are obvious things that needed to happen in order for me to feel safe about moving from Codeberg to my own. I wanted to make sure that issue tracking was an important part of that design. And you're going to, like, for example, if you were going to file a bug report or an issue or anything on Butterbean XFCE, you could click on New Issue, and you can use a GitHub login as well as a Codeberg login, and you should be able to post the issue to that project, and I will then, be able to handle that. I really like the way that is set up. I couldn't figure out if this was the better way to do it, or by simply going to and using my discourse server as a way to track. I think that both are good options, but I wanted to make sure that it was, if at all possible, it was actually locked to the specific issue tracker of the Butterforge. Now, with regard to the nerdy stuff, where am I hosting? I'm using a Hetzner cloud server CX33. And these are the specs for that. The Butterforge is a Forgio version 16.0.1. It is not a Docker container. It is a server installed instance. I think that it is actually using, like, if you go to Butterbean and you go to the get.butterbean.org. None of this is actually this is Cloudflare hosted, just so I don't know if that's interesting at all. But the torrent is being done by the new Hetzner server, and so I don't have to deal with self-hosting that within my own network. So anyway, that is the story for that. Now, the last thing before I sign off, I wanted to mention that if you do go to my Codeberg and you see, for example, DWM setup, and you'll see at the very top it says mirror. Okay, this is where it resides actually. Okay, and then if you see over here, it's not going to show that, but I just wanted to make sure that both of these is going to be up to date. Okay, so you don't have to worry about whether you're going to get the an old version. These are going to be mirrored indefinitely, or what I can, but I do want to say that if you're using a Butterbean, and then it is going to be installing something like the DWM setup, those packages are going to come from the Butterforge or JustAGuy.dev. Okay, guys, that's it. Just wanted to have a quick video about this change. Thank you so much, and see you soon.